All right, after Teleferro, Mr. Teleferro TV. All right, the story I gave you guys about just where the perspective of J. Cole's album was coming from is crazy enough. But this story about one of the tracks on the album called Neighbors is absolutely insane. All right, if you like me, first and foremost, let me say this. I'm going to do a review of this album at some point soon, not today. I want to give it a little more time. Every time I hear the album, it gets better and better. It is an incredible project. If you like me, the first time listening through, I was kind of confused. A lot of questions were left unanswered about this album, but we're slowly starting to figure out more as we go, all right? There's an executive producer on the album. His name is Elite. He recently did an interview with Complex. And the story about this song Neighbors will blow your mind. If you haven't heard the song Neighbors, it kind of goes like this. I guess the neighbors think I'm selling dope. Selling dope. So I tweeted out, I'm like, J. Cole talking about dope a little bit too much. This isn't him. Then somebody mentions me, one of my partners, like, he ain't talking about dope. He talking about music. I'm still kind of all over the place. Like, well, what? I don't get the context of this song. Like, what's going on? Listen to this. Neighbors is based on pretty much a real story. Basically, Cole rented out a house in North Carolina. It's not for him. It's like a safe haven, creative workspace for all the Dreamville artists and producers, says Elite. We called it The Shelter, and a lot of the album was recorded there. It's basically a studio in the woods, in the basement in the woods. It's also in the suburbs of a pretty wealthy neighborhood in North Carolina. So you have predominantly African Americans coming in and out of the house, Uber's coming, and every once in a while you'll see a group of us outside on the porch smoking weed. So the neighbors start getting real paranoid. Apparently what happened was we were all in Austin, Texas for Southbound Southwest. Thankfully no one was in the house when this went down. One of the neighbors told the police we were growing weed or selling drugs out of the house. And there was a huge investigation, like $1 million investigation. They flew helicopters over and sent an entire SWAT team armed with weapons, broke down the door, and searched the whole house. Thankfully, nobody was in the house. Our engineer, Harold Davis, had just stepped out for lunch, and he came back and saw the SWAT team busting down the door. They go downstairs, and all they see is a studio. Obviously, they felt stupid. It's just crazy ironic because out of anybody, they picked the wrong person. J. Cole is the last person to do anything like that. He's out here doing extremely positive things for the community, for the young artists. Because of obvious racism from the neighbors, the police were called and a raid took place. Ladies and gentlemen, J. Cole's project, For Your Eyes Only, is getting better and better with every new unique story. And don't take these stories for granted from producers, because there is a great chance. If Cole didn't do interviews last Friday when the album dropped, why would he be compelled to do interviews anytime soon? So don't take these interviews you get with producers and people around this camp, different musicians, lightly, because it might be the closest thing we get to hearing the words of J. Cole. Man, this man is literally writing a story about his life, but it technically ain't his life. And he's finding ways to incorporate what's going on with police brutality, everything going on in the communities. Don't miss my review of this album coming soon. Thank you for the time, love, and support. Salute. It's For Your Eyes Only. I'm out. If you're looking to book me for an interview video or by phone, if you're looking to have your music or your skill featured on my daily podcast, if you're looking to book me for a speaking engagement to help motivate some kids, if you're looking to have me rock some of your clothing to help promote your brand, make sure you hit me up at booking@mrteleferro.com. Again, that's booking@mrteleferro.com.